Anyways, yeah, let's put on the good old VG Jazz playlist. Okay, so the plan here, yeah, I think we're going to stick with the plan. We're going to go Cursed. Oh, did I accidentally hit enter on something I shouldn't have hit enter on? Okay, for some reason it just closed the game window and popped up Dark God's Twitter. But yeah, we're going to go new game. 1.6. Do you guys have a name for our new dwarf cursed? Or do we want to be Drem cursed? Or do we want to be Ghoul cursed? I'm going to do it, because the Ghoul is the one that they singled out for having the most revisions, so that's going to be it. We're going to go Ghoul cursed. Oh yeah, I'm going to give him a random name too. This will, yeah, sure. Len, the female Ghoul cursed. Oh right, also, we're going to go difficulty Nightmare. For just about the first time. I almost never play Nightmare mode. The few times I have tried Nightmare, it actually hasn't seemed that different from normal mode. But we'll see. Oh yeah, actually I haven't noticed. Has chat been showing up on the... Okay, good. I couldn't quite see it there out of the corner of my eye. I wasn't sure that was showing up on the stream video correctly. Oh yeah, I've been seeing a bit about that new Terminator movie, too. I have heard good things about the Joker movie, actually. I am pretty intrigued by that one. That might be, like, the first, like, new big Hollywood film that I actually go out and see since, or I guess I went and saw the new Quentin Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So the way I like to play Cursed, or at least the way I like to play the old Cursed, let's actually reposition our microphone and stuff here since we're a bit more oriented around the keyboard now. Oh yeah, so yeah, let's actually look at the changes. So apparently we've got a new category. Yeah, so this is our Ghoul talents. I play Ghoul so infrequently, I don't even know what the old Ghoul talents were. Like, yeah, this looks the same as it was before. Strength and Constitution bonus. Oh, I think that damage reduction thing is new. Yeah, I think it used to be just Strength and Constitution, and now you also get, like, effectively a shield that, or a cap on how much damage you can take. I think that global speed bonus is new too. Okay, so it looks like they just tacked on some bonuses to all of his talents. Like, global speed is amazing. Like, stacking global speed is like a totally broken thing you can do in this game, if you can get a class that has enough talents to do it. One of the reasons that Ghoul is such a terrible class, though, is because they have an innate global speed penalty. So this, as opposed to being amazing, this kind of just makes them, kind of makes up for their weakness in global speed. But yeah, on any other class that didn't have that speed penalty, 20% global speed for 4 turns would actually be incredible. Yeah, the Ghoul Vomit, which was one of its, like, best abilities before. The problem with it is that it's a level 8 talent, so you don't last long enough to see it a lot of the time. Because you're playing Ghoul. Last 10 turns. I think that's a buff. I don't think it used to last nearly that long before. And again, with the global speed. So it seems like most of the Ghoul revisions are based around overcoming that global speed deficit. And then I don't think I've even played a Ghoul that survives long enough to get the Gnaw talent. I don't even know if this is what the level 12 Ghoul skill used to be. This could be a totally new ability for all I know. Oh, I think this is brand new. This sounds... Targets suffering from ghoul rot rise as friendly ghouls when slain. So we're like a pet class now. We can just raise an army of ghouls. That actually sounds amazing. So yeah, this is completely different from whatever this ability used to be. Oh, they only last for 3 turns. Even so, and they also get all of my abilities. Okay, so they don't get Retch. They get Gnaw, Leap, Stun, and Rotting Disease. So that's cool. I like all of that. Ooh, if I take a second point, we get even more Stir-Con here. I'm actually going to save the generic point, though. So, in general, Cursed is really hungry for generic points, especially if you go into the item cursing category. Oh, also, this tree right here is brand new, I think. Or I think... Yeah, Predator used to be unlocked with a category point. Yeah, it used to be that this is all you get, and then you could unlock one of these 3 with a category point. Now you just get Predator by default. Also, it appears to be different. I think this is new. Yeah, I don't think this is how Predator used to work at all. I don't even remember how Predator used to work because it was so bad you would just never take it. Because it used to cost a category point too, and Rampage is so good compared to the other 2. Like if you're playing Cursed, you just always take Rampage with your category point. But now we get Predator for free, and it's better than it used to be, so hell yeah. Slash is kind of bad. So we're getting all the strength and constitution we need out of this ability here, so I think I'm actually going to jack up willpower so I can buff up my aura. And I keep getting these confused. I think Dominate was the good one. Yeah, keep them from moving and make them vulnerable. Oh yeah, I guess we're playing on like hard mode now too, so I'll actually take the early point here just for the early game buff. Oh yeah, I guess on the off chance that... Why are we zoomed in so much? Did the patch, like, reset some of my video settings? That's not it. Oh, requires a restart. God damn it. Whatever, we'll just deal with this for now. It's not that bad. Actually, now that I think of it, maybe the setting I'm looking for is under game options. Smooth creatures, interface style. Yeah, I think I need to change the zoom, or I'll just change it now, just so that I don't forget about it for the next time I load up the game. We'll go to 90%, and then that'll be corrected the next time I load up the game. Oh, what is this mess? Rune, Blink. Oh yeah, that's right, we got the new runes to deal with too. Okay, so this is completely new. So shielding, shielding has always been your starting rune for any class that uses runes. It's the only good rune in the game. And then usually you would get Heat Beam as your other one. That seems to be gone now. Heat Beam and the Blink Teleport were your other two. So actually this is still Blink, it's just they changed the icon. Okay, so this is a big buff to Blink. It's actually a targeted teleport rather than a random one now. Yeah, that's about what Blink needed to make it actually good. Yeah, it used to be that, or I don't think it was called Blink, I think it was called Phase Door. But yeah, it was a short-range random teleport that would give you like a little buff. Actually, yeah, it still gives you the buff. So yeah, it reduces the duration of negative status and increases your defense. And then this thing, I think, is completely new. So instead of Heat Beam, we get Shatter Afflictions, 18 turn cooldown, 0% of a turn. Oh, okay, that's the thing with Blink, is it actually costs you a turn now. Incidentally, yeah, let's auto-use when visible and adjacent on the shield. Activate the rune to instantly dissipate the energy of your ailments, cleansing all cross-tier effects and one physical, mental, and magical effect. You use the dissipated energy to create a shield lasting 3 turns and blocking 50 damage per debuff cleansed. That is fucking ridiculous. So, like, one of the reasons that infusions are so good is that you get the cleansing, the debuff cleanser. So, like, yeah, your standard starting infusion, or for infusion using classes, is the one that purges you of 1 physical debuff and cross-tier effects. And that's the reason infusions are so much better than runes. And now we've got a new rune that, yeah, purges not just physical, but mental and magical as well. Is that one of each? If it's one of each, that's insane. Like, this is the best use of an infusion in the game, it looks like right now. Okay, let's try this shit out. Wait a second. Have they reorganized my hotbar? I could have sworn this used to be Alt. Oh no, I remember now. No, I changed the way I lay these out. Yeah, this is correct. So we're gonna go Control 2, teleport on top of this guy, dominate him. Hey, how come my shield didn't auto-proc? Ah, whatever. Oh yeah, so I guess on the off chance that anybody here doesn't know what this game is, I mean, you know, I play this game a lot on stream. This is my go-to traditional roguelike, one of my favorite games of all time. Certainly my favorite roguelike. Yeah, this is Tome, aka Tales of Maj'Eyal, formerly known as Tales of Middle-earth. This game's been around for quite a while. It actually used to be like a proper ASCII roguelike, where it's just all text and numbers to represent the map and the enemies and everything on screen. In fact, there's a setting in the options, I think, where you can revert it. Graphics modern. Actually, it would probably be... Would it be video options? I do actually go back and play using the old school ASCII roguelike setting sometimes. I can't remember where the option is. There's a lot of options in this game. Font style, font size, icons, visual keys, talents, icons, always tactical. Whatever. It's a fun little thing you can do sometimes. Although it looks kind of weird because obviously the game engine has progressed a long way since the days of being like an old DOS-based ASCII game. So it's like, even though you can you can take away the graphics essentially and revert everything back to letters and numbers on the screen, you still have like the same HUD and the same interface and everything. So it just replaces like the map graphics, but you still have your skill bar and sidebar and icons and all of that, which looks a bit silly. So unlike in Rogue Empire, this game does not have any sort of food or hunger mechanism, which means I'm free to auto-explore at my leisure, even if it is a little bit turn inefficient. So yeah, this is a roguelike that's heavily centered around tactical combat. Like I said, there's no like survival aspect to this. You don't have to worry about hunger or even really resource management. There are, as far as I know, there aren't any consumable resources in this game either. So instead of your usual potions and spell scrolls that you would see in a lot of traditional roguelikes, yeah, you have infusions and runes that kind of replace your usual potions and scrolls. So you have an unlimited supply. So instead of like a health potion, instead you would have a healing infusion that has a specific cooldown. That's the thing, I guess, is instead of being limited by resources in this game, you're limited by cooldowns. Which means that the focus is just 100% on tactical combat. Okay, so this is the thing with the Cursed class, where you can choose to hate items, or you can suppress your affliction. I always choose to release my hate, just because it's funny. We're just, yeah, cursing the hell out of that Mind Star there. And what that actually does is it gets us a new generic talent category, where it effectively kind of unlocks a little set collection mini-game, where from now on, all of the items that we find will have curses on them, but you can combine curses of a similar type to unlock benefits. So actually, if we look in our inventory, yeah, our battle axe is now has the Curse of Misfortune on it, which gives us slightly less gold. So it's like little micro debuffs, I guess, just small little slightly annoying things. If you look here, though, you can increase the power of the curse to get actual benefits, and the way you do that is by equipping other items with the same curse. But right now, basically the more points I put into this category, the more things will show up with these curses. So right now, only my weapons get cursed. If we go to level 2, then your body armor and cloaks will get curses. So if you get like all your equipment cursed, like say you get to level 10, you could set it up where you get like 2 full sets of cursed gear, where you get like 2 or 3 of those power 4+ bonuses. But the strength of your curses is also limited by this talent. So right now the best we can get is power level 1. Because we're limited by this guy. So to actually get the full use out of this whole curse stacking gimmick, you actually need to put 10 points total into these 2 categories. So that's kind of what I meant earlier when I talked about the cursed being a very generic, very hungry for generic points. And so the thing that I really like about this game is it kind of reminds me of being sort of like a turn-based Diablo. Because yeah, it's all based on just hack and slash dungeon delving, like mowing through hordes of monsters, and you've got a really intricate and cool talent system, where you're like specking out your character and planning a skill build and all of that, and you got really cool loot drops with some awesome artifacts and set gear and stuff. It's very Diablo-esque in just the style of dungeon crawl that it is, except that it's turn-based, which is kind of more my speed. So yeah, once again, we're on Nightmare difficulty, but everything still feels the same as normal to me so far. I think we're going up the stairs for this one. Oh yeah, we got a level up too. This is bugging me. I got something stuck between my front teeth. I'm just gonna go floss that out and be back in a second. Oh my god, you guys, it's so nice to have running water. This might sound cheesy, but I have like a renewed appreciation for like the plight of like African countries and such that don't have the luxury of running water. I never realized just how central it is to my existence, because I'm a bit of what's the word? Not a germaphobe, but like I wash my hands a lot throughout the day, like a lot. Like I take frequent runs to the restroom during my work day just to wash my hands because they get all dusty from handling boxes and such. That's bothering me now that I can't think of that word. What's that word for like a not like a germaphobe, but like a cleanliness freak? Nah, whatever. So yeah, being able to like not wash my hands or shower or even make my coffee was just, yeah, a miserable time for the last day and a half. Oh, we're just about up to level 3. Did they reduce the experience penalty for being a ghoul too? Let's actually check this stuff out, so... Yeah, so you can see right here we're at 80% global speed. That's the big drawback of being a ghoul. I can't find my experience modifier anywhere. They might have upped it to 100%. So yeah, one of the ways that races are balanced in this game is by their XP modifier. So some races will level up faster than others. That's a game mechanism that's been around since like the early days of even the original Rogue, I think, or certainly NetHack had experience modifiers for its races. Where it's, yeah, the traditional balance of races in roguelikes is humans. Ooh. Okay, so that gets my... What is this necrotic air? Minus 40% healing mod. Undead creatures get 15% to all resistances. That's actually... That's me. I'm an undead creature, but then again, probably so is this guy. Even so, this is going to make him hit less hard, so I think I'm fine with that. Oh, you know what? I still forgot to take my level up. Yeah, let's do that before we get killed here. So I think you just always take your weapon upgrade. I think I want to keep going in willpower. Yeah, we'll keep putting points into the Gloom aura. Actually, I should... Okay, I'm playing this as if this is the good old Cursed that I know. Like, I have my usual build that I like to go with this class, but I should actually look at this. So it used to be that the Slaughter category right here was actually just worthless. Like, this ability sucks, this ability is mediocre, and then this one is awesome, and then this one sucks. I should actually read them, though, to see if that's still the case. Level 3, any wound you inflict with this carries part of your curse, reducing the effect of healingness. Yeah, this ability still sucks. So, at most, we want to put 1 point just as a prerequisite to get to Reckless Charge. This one is 4 attacks at low damage. That defense reduction isn't half bad. I think this is basically the same. I think we still want to play Slaughter the way we used to. And then, yeah, this is just a movement talent that hits everything you move through and goes through enemies, and it's awesome. And then this one is a sustain that, like, drains all of your stamina and is frickin' god-awful. Oh! Okay, that's a big buff. So I think Yeah, this sustain right here used to drain your stamina, I'm pretty sure, every turn you had it active. Something like that. There was some sort of reason why I never took this. Seems now they've just changed the downside to bad luck. Is luck even a stat in this game? I don't know what luck does. But yeah, it's a small downside now. And this does splash damage to nearby enemies whenever you attack. Okay, so cleave might be worth working into, and that's kind of the way that this class works, is you got 3 categories here. The final one on this one gives you a bonus if you use two-handed weapons. This one gives you a bonus if you're dual wielding, and this one is for shield users. So that's basically the way you build this class, is if you're two-handers, you go this one, shield guys, you go this one, dual wields, you go on this one. Except not, because all 3 of these abilities used to be terrible, so it really didn't matter which one you go to. You would just take the good abilities out of all 3 categories. I think we're still going to do that, because Reckless Charge is still awesome, so I still definitely want 1 point in this guy, just as a prerequisite. That's a lot of stats. Oh yeah, eventually we're going to want heavy armor, so I'll actually take this also as a prerequisite. I am losing the damage race against this guy. Oh, he's got a shield. I've got a shield. My shield's just about up. There we go. That was dicey. So we got another generic point. That's a good ability. A 5 range leap. Wait, this one doesn't bite anymore. Didn't this... I'm pretty sure Ghoulish Leap used to, like, leap and slash. Like it was an attack ability. I actually think this might be worse than it was before. Maybe I'm missing something. Regardless, I'm actually going to take armor training anyway, so now we can wear Massive Plate. Then for these guys... Oh wow, I still don't have the willpower prerequisite for weakness here. So okay, so let's actually read our gloom tree. So this is kind of the main feature of the cursed classes. You've got this gloom aura that debuffs nearby enemies. Not only debuffs, but has a chance to inflict them with really nasty status effects. So the thing with this tree is that your best talent out of the cursed aura is actually the first one, which has a chance to slow and stun enemies. And that's like the best thing you could always get out of this. You would like put 5 points in this and maybe 1 in the others, because they weren't very good. Like weakness here used to be worthless. I wonder if they balanced this at all. 8% chance to be crippled. Reduces damage. So yeah, this used to be something useless. Like I think it reduced their crit chance or something. Or it was like crit damage. It was like reduces critical damage they inflict by 50% or something dumb like that. So yeah, just straight up damage reduction makes this way better. Oh, and it works as a hate generator too. So yeah, weakness is way better than it used to be. I don't even remember what the old Mind Rot used to be, but it certainly wasn't this. So this is just a damage over time now. It's not even a save either. This is just damage straight up every turn. And it scales with mind power, which we're gonna have tons of by the end of the game. That's interesting. I think we might jack this up. Go like 5-1-5 for our early skill build, and then just get 1 point into each of these guys. Or no, this guy needs a bunch of points to increase the range. Then the last one... Yeah, this is the same as it used to be. Sanctuary's always been half decent. Gives you defense against ranged attacks. Yeah, the whole Predator category is completely different than it used to be. It might as well just be a brand new talent category. Critical melee attacks caused cursed miasma to begin permeating my hunting grounds. Seeps from 3 locations within radius 4, dealing damage, and a decent bit of damage too. And blocks sight. 6% chance to lose track of you, and may mistake friends or foe. Interesting. So this is just like more like gloomy dust for me to spread all over the place for the enemies to get fucked up and debuffed in. Oh, and this buffs up your cursed miasma. You gain stealth and 16 physical power. Okay, so we're gonna want at least a couple points into these guys. Upon entering level up to 1 focus are marked with your prey, you gain vision of them wherever they are. Additionally, all damage you receive from their subtitles is reduced by 6. That's kind of boring. Although it might be alright depending on how it scales. Yeah, I'm gonna take this just because it sounds like fun. I think I need 1 more point in strength to unlock our next weapon talent. And what did this guy drop for us? That's not very good, but it's better than nothing. I can't even equip that. Okay, cool. We got a magic 2-hander. Oh yeah, that's an arcane weapon, so I can use that to complete the quest to unlock the magic city. How do these compare to my current gloves? Trading temporal stuff for dexterity and accuracy. Learn an unarmed attack talent or enable always show glove combat to... What? Oh, I see. Right, because if you're unarmed, your gloves determine your punching stats. So it used to be that it would only show you the damage stats for a pair of gloves if you were an unarmed class. Now I guess there's an option to always show your gloves attack stats. Don't really care about any of that. But yeah, now I know what that meant on the patch notes. We're going to finish up exploring the area, although I'm now basically over-leveled for this place. We can run through with impunity, more or less. Oops, that was a helmet. Oh, I didn't see the helmet till the last second. I could have worn that helmet. Ah, well. So typically the first thing you do after your starting dungeon is go to town and buy some better infusions, because the starting ones you get stuck with are generally pretty bad. Like, yeah, how good is my shield right now? Yeah, so this guy's always standing here. He wants an arcane artifact. And since we happen to get one from the first boss, we give it to him, and he tells us where the magic city is. There's nothing we can do here just yet, but it has a shop with some runes and infusions I might want to look at. Oh, hey, this guy is looking a lot more magical than he used to. I think it said earlier, actually, yeah, that was one of the patch notes, is they revised NPC stats. Yeah, this guy's got a fancy magic shield now. Yeah, no one's gonna be murdering this guy for his XP anymore. Right, so my current shield is 130 for 5 turns, 14 turn cooldown. This guy, longer cooldown, but a bigger damage block. Also, I can't afford it, so forget that. This one's just a straight buff, but I can't afford it either. I think we're just going to do another dungeon. Yeah, I didn't actually make very much money off of that, that opening dungeon there, so we're just going to go make some more money before we go shopping. So yeah, one of the big tent poles for this patch was that apparently they revised the early game to make it add a bit more variety and make it a bit more exciting or something. I don't know exactly what they did for all that, so maybe we'll end up having to like rework my usual order of starting dungeons, but for now we'll just start with Trollmire like usual and see how that goes. Yeah, dungeon order is kind of one of the trickiest things for when you're first learning to play Tome. Because, like, the game gives you a quest log. So it says, oh, into the darkness, explore the old forest, maze, and sandworm lair. You absolutely do not want to go to any of those places right as soon as you get out of your starting dungeon. There's a lot of other little side dungeons you can enter to kind of get some experience and buff yourself up before trying those dungeons. Which usually means going to the starter dungeons for all of the other classes. And Trollmire here is the most common starting dungeon for most races and classes. And it is also the easiest, so this is where most people go to start out. In fact, a lot of classes will even clear out Trollmire before their own starting dungeons. Actually, one of the reasons why some races are considered to be so much trickier than others is because some of them get stuck in their starting dungeons, where it's like you don't have the option to go anywhere else until you clear out the dungeon you start in. Undead, for example, like our ghoul here, didn't have access to the world map until we cleared out that first dungeon. Take 2 points in will, and yeah, we'll try this out. Oh yeah, I've got another point to spend too. Take this as a prerequisite. Or is this any good now? Sense foes in a radius of 2, sense stalked victims. This might be better later on in the game, once we actually start encountering stealth and invisible enemies a lot. Yeah, I don't know if it's the fact that this class got buffed, or if the higher difficulties got nerfed. I know they said something about rebalancing the early game to make things easier for melee classes. Like, we are playing on Nightmare difficulty, right? If anything, this seems way easier. I've been having a much easier start so far than I remember having most of the time with the Cursed. Like, yeah, Cursed is actually one of the trickier classes I've found for the first few levels, just because he doesn't have a lot of the survivability that a lot of other melee classes have right from the start. Part of that might actually be the ghoul buff too, because we've got a ton of bonus strength and constitution compared to before. So right now our guy doesn't really have much to do other than just tackle the enemies over and over again. Which is honestly all you really need to do to clear out Trollmire. I don't see any... Oh, there he is. Hiding behind the tree there. If there's one thing I wish they would address in a future patch, it's to fix the way the frickin' trees look in this game. They just obscure so much of the tile above them. I lose stuff in the trees all the time in this game. Ooh, Great Maul, huh? So we lose a bit of nature, damage, and crit chance, and power. What do we even get out of this? Disarm immunity. Not worth it. Hey, there's some heavy armor. Oh, that's actually worse than the armor I've got on. Oh, I completely forgot to enable this sustain here. Actually, oh yeah, there was that new auto use when out of combat. This one's instant, so I think we just want to mark that one for restart. Oh, actually, these are both instants. Yeah, I'll just mark them for restart. I wonder if that's a buff, too. Because, yeah, I think most sustains in the game actually cost you a turn to activate. Whereas, yeah, if you look at these, they're both instants. 0% of a turn. But yeah, once again, Nightmare difficulty does not seem to be any harder than normal so far. So what all did we get? I'm actually going to take this leap. We're getting to the point in the game where I actually really want a gap closer. For this stuff, I'm less sure. What do we want? Take a couple points to improve our options here. Yeah, I don't have much of a good sense of how this Predator ability is actually helping us at all. Like, is there some way for me to keep track of the actual of my Predator stacks? Like, it seems good on paper. Plus 15 accuracy and 7 armor penetration, and it scales really good too. But yeah, you need to kill a bunch of that enemy type for it to actually be effective. I think I'll put a point in here just because it still scales really well, like better than any of my other abilities right now. More than doubles the effectiveness. Also, I'm a bit hazy on the terminology as far as what constitutes type of enemy. Like, yeah, so this guy... Okay, this guy's Spiderkin, so that's what a type is. Spider is his subtype. So the types are actually quite broad. That's good, so that means that our buff that we're getting from Predator is actually going to be more widely applicable. Yeah, this guy's a giant. Ooh, another level up already. Oh wow, we need 28 willpower to get that on the next level up. Alright, I think ghouls are a low willpower class, so yeah, we might have some trouble keeping our willpower up high enough to unlock these. Oh shit, yeah. So Relentless is one of the best is like one of the reasons that Cursed wasn't a complete pile of shit as a class before. This is one of the best abilities in the game. Confusion, Fear, Knockback, and Stun are all some of the worst status effects in the game, and you just get tons of immunity to all of them just for putting points in here. It's great. Ooh, what do we got? Yeah, I can't. Actually, I guess this is one downside to being Ghoul Cursed. Cursed is actually one of the better classes in the game for going the anti-magic path. But since we're a Ghoul, we don't have that option. The anti-magic dudes don't take kindly to undead or rune users in general. Is this the same, literally the same sword that I have already? Yes, it is. Ooh, that thing's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't care about those stats. This is more of a spellcaster item, but I don't have a trinket right now, so I guess I'll take it. Oh, that's a lamp. I don't have a lamp either, so yeah, I guess I'll take it. What does this thing do? Opens a gateway to the Fearscape. Oh, this actually isn't half bad. So the damage scales with spell power, which is useless for us, but it's still a blink teleport. I forgot that we had the blink rune. I was complaining about our lack of gap closers before, but we actually have 3 now. We got the blink rune, we got the leap, and we've got the planar orb. Hoo boy. Oh, did we get Bill's tree trunk? Ah, we got the lucky halfling foot. So bosses will generally drop at least one piece of rare equipment, whether it's an artifact or a random artifact or whatever. Most bosses have a particularly high chance to drop a particular artifact, though. And Bill's special drop is Bill's tree trunk, which would actually be a really good weapon for this character. But alas. Yeah, I think we need to jack up willpower to... Yeah, I have enough levels for these talents, but not the willpower. Ooh, 19 physical power inside my miasma. Yes, please. Oh, but there's this guy, too. Okay, so Reckless Charge is amazing, but you need to put a few points in it to make it amazing. 4 range is pretty shitty, but I think it goes up to like 7 range if you put 3 points in it. I've already got plenty of gap closers, though, so I'm actually going to take the physical power bonus right there. Ooh, there's the Wretch. Wretch is fun, and we'll want it eventually. We're hitting a lot of stuff with, like, we're a heavily weapon-based class, though, so I think I'm still going to jack up my weapon mastery. TP out of here. A lot of weapons from that run. Actually, speaking of being hungry for generic talent points, I know exactly what we need to do right now. This will be an excellent place to test out our new gap closers. Did that damage him? Okay, so yeah, our leap isn't an attack anymore. Excuse you. Oh shit, I'm dying. Okay, I did not think that guy could do that much damage to me. Also, I think I'm still burning. Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, I'm only level 8. I'm usually level 10 by the time I do the battle arena. Okay, so your reward for that is 2 generic points. It's actually a lot of stuff you get for this. Like, everything gets improved. Range, cooldown, and global speed. This is also really good. I think I want to start getting more curses, though, so we'll actually start putting points into here. Ooh. So we lose 9 nature damage, but we gain disarm immunity, armor pen, and power. That seems like a good trade. Now for our alchemist side quest, Dexcon, defense, or Fizz crit. I think I'll take Fizz crit. Oh, actually, you know what we could also do is the cursed side quest right here, the lumberjack village. Where's he hiding? Ah, there he is. Oh, he's coming to me, is he? Yeah, let's puke on this bastard. That 0.5 is new. Yeah, your talents never used to tick down their cooldowns in increments of 0.5 before. Oh, I'm shocked. I don't even know what that does. Oh, it has my stun resistance, whatever. Ooh, Stormfront. It actually has less... Oh, this is a steel greatsword. I didn't even notice that. Oh, so this is a tier 2. This is also a tier 2. Okay, so we lose a bit of physical power, but we get a ton of elemental damage. 10 lightning, 10 cold. Along with a bonus to lightning and cold damage. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Oh, we just get all the good stuff from that fight there. Talent Mastery, Cursed Strife, and Life Regen. Versus Mind Resistant, Confusion Immunity. I think that Life Regen is gonna do a lot for us. So, where to next? Actually, while I'm here, I should... Hey, this is new. Yeah, Last Hope is looking a bit fancier. This is actually kind of neat. I don't think... I can't remember the last time that a patch added, like, new graphics to the game. Like, new sprites. Because, yeah, Last Hope used to just look like a generic town. It's a castle now, even though the town itself is the same as ever. do we got? Blink rune, shielding rune. Ooh, scales with strength too. I think I'm actually gonna take this one. Then again, actually no. I think I want to replace my blink rune. It's a good rune now, especially for melee classes. Actually, yeah, you get a gap closer right from the very start of the game. The thing is, we've got plenty of gap closers already, so I don't think I need to waste an inscription slot on a redundancy. Ooh, Sturcon are good stats, but we are really hungry for generic points with this guy, so I think we're going to go with the generic potion. How are we doing for ingredient gathering right now anyways? Got nothing at all. Actually, I think that might be it. We've checked out all the rune shops already, I do believe. Oh yeah, going back to the notion of dungeon order in the early game. Last Hope's Graveyard. Do not do that as your first dungeon as a new player. In fact, don't do it at all until you finish like everything else on the first continent. I'm surprised they haven't, like, for all the talk about easing out the learning curve and making things more accessible to new players, I can't believe that they still give you the Last Hope quest right from the beginning of the game. This is like such a noob trap right here. Yeah, like the enemies here are like level 30. It's just instant death if you try to go to the graveyard. Like, yeah, I usually wait till I'm finished with Dreadfell to actually go do the graveyard. Dreadfell being the final dungeon on the first continent. I don't know who I'm talking to here. It's like half the time I'm just rambling away, just casually name-dropping the names of dungeons and skills and stuff as if everyone knows what I'm talking about, and then half the time I'm like explaining basics for noobs, as if anyone watching a Tome stream on Twitch doesn't actually already know what this game is. So I'm really liking the Cursed rework so far. It's like they realized what was good about the class and what makes it fun, which is just basically having this cloud of purple bullshit follow you around and fuck up the enemies. So it's like, okay, people like the Cursed. They love their little cloud of purple bullshit. What are we going to do to make the class stronger and more fun? How about twice as much purple bullshit for the enemies to stand around in? Yeah, that'll do it. In fact, we'll make it even purpler and more bullshittier than the old purple bullshit. It's like, yes, somebody understands. Yeah, Dark God knows exactly what's great about the Cursed. And he made it great again. Maybe it's just me. It seems like my regular Gloom aura stuff is proccing more often too. Oh, hi there. There we go. Okay. Now there is a pair of gloves I can get behind. And you know, as well as it feels like I'm doing right now, we're actually not having very good luck when it comes to equipment drops. Like, I'm actually still, yeah, nothing in my helm slot, no boots, no rings even. effectively no lamp or trinket slot either. These are both kind of mediocre. Yeah, I basically have no good equipment other than my weapon and my armor. And now my gloves. And yet we're still just tearing everything to pieces. On nightmare difficulty, no less. You know, I really should try to get a nightmare win on the board. Just to unlock the higher difficulty settings. I know that's kind of the standard, like most people who are really into Tome play on the higher difficulty settings. Whereas I've basically just been sticking to normal this whole time. Because I hardly ever win this game anyways. Though the other big difference between me and normal Tome players is that I play on roguelike difficulty instead and don't play with extra lives. Oh yeah, so my Curse of Corpses. Oh yeah, so you can see here, Curse of Corpses 2. Yeah, so my armor gives me the Curse of Corpses. And then my cape gives me the Curse of Corpses. So I've got 2 pieces of that curse. So that curse is at power 2, but I don't get the buff from power 2 of that curse because I have not yet put any ability points into Dark Gifts. So actually that's probably what our next 2 generic points are going to go into. Hey, now that's something. Fire resistance versus a blink teleport. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hey, there's our helmet. Yeah, I'm gonna sell that lantern. Ooh. Man. I'm surrounded by dudes. My social anxiety is kicking up. I think I'm gonna puke all over everyone. I don't know why that thought really amuses me now. Social anxiety zombie. He barfs all over everyone when he gets in the middle of a crowd. The hell is a ninja doing here? I don't know that I've ever seen a ninja in the forest before. Bear trap. Wow, that's a lot of misses. Whatever, I got blinks to spare. This fucking guy. Oh, he's running back to his boss is what he's doing. Okay, he put a trap right there. He's just gonna sit there and wait for me to step in the trap. Oh, I gotta level up somewhere along the way. Didn't even notice. Okay, so we'll take this so that we can actually get the benefit from our curses now. Yeah, I really want this, actually, because that's gonna give us that damage over time. Dang. Got thick skin already. Yeah, where's all this extra constitution been coming from? Like, I know we got, like, what, 11 bonus con from our ghoulish body? Or no, only 7. Man, there's just so many things I want to spend generic points on. Like, I want another point in Dark Gifts. I need to get my thick skin. I want more points into Relentless. I don't know what this is, but I want it too. This thing still sucks. I can probably do without Ruined Earth for a while. Cool, so now I'm doing damage over time with my Gloom Aura, so I can just sit here while he slowly just sads himself to death. Ah, he got out of the way. See, with any other class, this would be an annoying situation right now, where you've just got an enemy running away from you that you can't catch up with. Now it's just like, the longer the chase goes on, the more of an advantage I get. Yeah, we just gloomed him to death. Ooh. I can't really tell what all... That's a lot of numbers, so we'll take it. So there's our trinket slot. Is that better than our lucky halfling foot? Probably not. Now I'm gonna ditch the imp claw. What do we want? Okay, so if we power this up, we get 2 strength, 2 magic. That's not incredible. So I think I'll pass on Dark Gifts for now. Oh yeah, I guess this Defiling Touch would be better if I actually went Sword and Shield. Because yeah, if you're going with a 2-hander, then that's 1 less equipment slot that you have to build up curses with. I think I'll just take thick... Oh yeah, I don't get a generic point at level 10. I want more of this. Now we'll start jacking up our reckless charge. Okay, so now that we've got our... Wait, level up what? Oh, that's right, we got our first category point. So normally I would take Rampage right now, because Rampage is just full of amazing talents. This is like all of the best cursed abilities are in this category right here. But we're already so hungry for talent points and all these other skills. Like, we got this whole new Predator tree to play around with. So I think instead of doing that... Also, let's check out Fears right now. Maybe they changed Fears to be more competitive now. So right now this looks about the same as the way it used to be. Fear is based around, yeah, putting these fear debuffs on the enemies, and then the more of these talents you get, the more it strengthens the effects of those debuffs. So it deals damage. I don't think that Instill Fear used to do damage. Okay, so we got Paranoid, 10% chance to physically attack a nearby creature. That is not a very high chance. Oh, it's also, this works on everyone. Okay, so this is like a Fear Bomb now, too. It's a radius of 2. Despair reduces Mind Resist and Mind Save. That actually synergizes well with all of our mind power-based abilities. Deals mind and dark damage per turn and increases cooldowns. Okay, that's a good one. Cooldown increase is just good in general, especially for fighting against rare monsters. This actually... Okay. Yeah, I never used fears before because they were just always terrible. So I don't even specifically remember what this ability used to be, but it looks pretty good on paper now. Like these all of these effects, other than paranoia, seem to synergize very well with what we've got. The problem is I also want to put a bunch of points into these guys here and these ones. But then I won't get another category point for 10 levels. Also, inscriptions are less valuable since we use runes. No, that's old. That's old pre 1.6 thinking. I'm actually going to take the inscription slot. I don't think we have the talent points or the class points to spare for a new category just yet, and this will give us an excuse to mess around with some of the new runes. So yeah, we're gonna go rune shopping now. Oh, also, we just hit level 10. So yeah, the shops should have new inventory. I really like this patch so far. This is... man. We've got such a big queue of games already. But I feel like I might just want to drop everything and focus on Tome for a little while. Like, you know... put Fire Emblem on pause, hold off on Dragon's Trap for a little bit, and just play some Tome for like a year. Or I don't know, maybe a month or so. I've got such a backlog though, that might be a bad idea. Yeah, there's no reason to go all in on one thing at once. Maybe we'll do Tome and Fire Emblem at the same time right now. Just alternate between the two. Say until the new year. Okay, Acid Wave Rune of the Warrior. Activate the rune to unleash a cone of damage. Disarms enemies. Not bad. I tend to prefer the defensive infusions myself. Budding Gale reduces the resistance to stuns, attempts to freeze them. Yeah, I don't need Blink anymore. We're actually trying to replace that. I could just get a second Shatter Afflictions. Oh, also, yeah, I think we definitely want this. Yeah, much higher cooldown. Yeah, we'll grab it. And then I probably want that teleportation rune, too. Teleportation is the other good rune from before this patch. It's just a general, like, good panic button. It's like, oh shit, I'm about to die. Teleport somewhere random. Now, 33 range is not very good. Minimum range of 15 isn't good either. You've got a pretty good chance to just teleport close to the source of the danger anyways. We'll hold off on that one for now, and I'll come back for it if the other town doesn't have anything better. Man, I was going to do so much stuff this weekend, and then I kind of let the water outage just set back my schedule tremendously. Nothing super exciting. I mainly just wanted to write up a bunch of reference sheets for some tabletop RPGs I've been playing in. Actually, I can do that at work tomorrow, now that I think of it. Because yeah, with the way the weather's turned lately, it's probably going to be a slow day. I could just spend all day on the computer, like writing up a combat reference sheet for Dark Heresy. So I haven't actually seen that many different runes so far. Like we've seen shielding and teleport, which are the same as they were before. We've seen blink, which is a revised phase door, so that's a new one. Shatter Afflictions is the big change here. This thing's actually ridiculous. Actually, let's just put these guys on for now and see where we're at. So I definitely want this. So we got Blink, which I want to replace, and we've got Shatter Affliction. Freeze them for 4 turns. Or do I just take the boring route and take another shield or another Shatter Afflictions? I think I want the teleport, to be honest. My mouse stopped working. There we go. Oh, also, I might as well take my potion quest while we're here. So that's garbage. But I'll take it anyways. One thing I'd like them to patch at some point, too, is this whole weird alchemist side quest. It's really just convoluted, confusing. The potion rewards are actually super unbalanced, too. So we'll go grab that TP rune. And then start clearing dungeons again. That's not a lot of variety in the infusions here. You know, I wonder if they took away the infusions that were considered overpowered. I think hero and movement infusions were generally considered to be the best in the game, and I haven't actually seen any so far on this playthrough. Okay, and we'll ditch Blink for teleport. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well go seek out... Whoops. Yep, there's those patrols I was talking about, and naturally, we got the worst possible dude we could get. Fucking gunner. And my gap closers aren't gonna cut it. Yep, this is gonna be real obnoxious. Okay. I'm gonna use both of them. Okay, so we're gonna shield up. I'm gonna leap. Awesome. Now I'm blind, so we're gonna purge that. Okay, cool. I didn't need to waste my other gap closer. Oh my god, this guy's actually gonna fucking kill me. Oh my god. Puke. Slice him up. Oh boy. I was also super lucky that his buddies seem to be on the other side of the map. Because usually these map encounters involve at least 3 enemies. Yeah, there they are. Why are they level 18? Didn't they say they rebalanced these guys to be less fucking obnoxious and horrible? So this is... Right. So for all the improvements to the rune effects themselves, they still haven't fixed the main problem with runes, which is that you can't use them when you're silenced. So I've got a big choice here. These guys could kill me right away. Yeah, they took away like half my hit points in one turn there. This guy seems to be a Shadow Blade, and they're capable of a lot of damage. So we got two options here. I can use my Reckless Charge to get the fuck out of here, rest up, and then come back in a bit more cautiously. Or we can Reckless Charge to the exit and get the fuck out of here. But he might just kill me anyways. We're gonna do it like this. Because we're playing Gloomy Matzer here, the more I run away, the more they'll like tick down and get confused and all that. Also, I just had a thought. Let them come in. We TP right over their heads. Stick some more bullshit for them to stand in. Then we leap over to the exit. Yeah, it's not even worth my time fighting these guys. See ya! Ooh, do I swap my life regen for 3 will? Probably not. Ooh, that's a good cloak, but I can't give up my Cloak of Deception just yet. I'll hold on to that for now. That's a lot of stats. Actually, no, it's not. 2 stir, 2 dex, but minus 3 con. The headbutt ability is interesting, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, we don't want any of this stuff. Yeah, the problem with the anti-magic patrols is they tend to be super strong, and they don't give you very much experience either. Now, your reward is that they tend to have really good equipment, but it tends to be really good anti-magic equipment, which is only good for specific classes who tend to not take aggro from the anti-magic crew. Did something happen to me? Why is it taking so many hits to kill these guys? Or am I just missing? Maybe I need more accuracy. Misses, hits, misses, miss. Yeah, okay, yeah, we need to actually waste... That's another thing I need to spend generic points on, is that accuracy talent. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world to be missing constantly. Like, the longer these fights go on, the more my gloom aura takes effect. This is actually worse than the boots I have. Yeah, these are thief boots. The fuck? So enemy, like, rogues and thieves and such have a lot of weird abilities that swap your position with them. So when you end up fighting a crowd of them, it gets real confusing real fast. Still haven't seen the alchemist on the overworld. I am too strong for this dungeon. How many classes did I have on that list of updated classes anyways? Yeah, we got Anorithal, Defiler, Summoner, Archmage. Maybe I'll just slowly work my way through all of those for the next month or two. See all the stuff that we got that came out in the new patch. I'm just gonna purge this bullshit. The fuck is a level 15 vampire doing in a starting dungeon? What the fuck are any of these guys doing in a starting dungeon? Dredge is like from Daikara. Oof. Kind of terrified of what this boss might be like. The boss is level 18. Oh, I guess this is what they meant by buffing up the early game dungeons. They must have lifted the upper bound of the level range for these early dungeons. Tempted by that accuracy. Given our current situation, though, I think I've got to take Thick Skin for the defense buff. Oh yeah, this is just a no-brainer. Yeah, this lets us move through medium-sized enemies. Yeah, you absolutely need 3 points in Reckless Charge to fully utilize all of its goodness. Fucker. This guy is starting to annoy me. He's very clever for a mindless mass of crystalline energy. The hell, did I like kill him by accident or something? Where the hell did he go? Ah, there we are. Okay, this is starting to annoy me. So I think his teleport is still the old school phase door, so he can't have gone very far. Unless he did. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, I don't have enough hate. Shit, I kind of wish I did have my Blink Strike. How the hell did my hate go all the way down to 0? Whatever. Puke on this fucker. Oh, no wonder he kept on teleporting away. That guy was a wimp. Yeah, I wonder if they rebalanced the bosses or something. That guy was a lot trickier and more teleporty than I remember him being. Might eventually end up using that depending on our weapon drops later on. So that is all of the starting dungeons finished, I think. Yeah, I think we'll move on and do all the second ones now. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Oh hey, it's these guys. I love these guys. Yeah, the problem with Cursed has always been that one of the many problems is that you don't really have any good, like, AoE, like, hordes of enemies clearing abilities. They're basically single target. When you get stuck in a horde of enemies, you're basically just kind of relying on your gloom aura to keep the rest of them at bay while you deal with the others one at a time. Oh, you know what? There was a thing in the patch notes about just general AI improvements, so that could be what we're seeing here too. Yeah, the enemies seem to be a lot better about just kiting and abusing their teleport abilities and such. Okay, so I throw purple shit everywhere, and he throws black shit everywhere. So that's how it is. Yeah, even if he is a digestive sac guy, he's still just a mouse. This fucker again. I am liking these changes to the early game too, I don't know if it's the early game changes or if it's just the fact that I'm playing on Nightmare that's causing the enemies to scale a bit more quickly. That could be it too. I actually can't really tell which rebalancing changes to the enemies are due to me playing on a higher difficulty and what's due to the new patch. If I really wanted to do like a side-by-side comparison of all the new changes in the new patch, I should have played on my usual settings. The fuck is he doing? How the fuck am I taking so much damage? Resist hits me for tons of physical damage. Earthen missiles. I don't even know what that is. Oh, you know what it is? I think he got a double attack because of my global speed penalty. Oh! Wow, he's not stopping with those earthen missiles. If he doesn't go down right away, I'm gonna teleport away. Never mind, apparently he's gonna teleport away, and I can't see shit. This is terrifying. If he hits me from... like, I think he could actually one-shot me with earthen missiles from outside of my vision range. Okay, if he did a... Oh, there he is. Okay, we want to... So against tough enemies, we want to puke before anything else. Because that's going to equalize our speed. There we go. Ooh, mirror image rune. That's a new one. Maybe. Could just be rare and that I'd never seen it before. Activate the rune to create up to 3 images of yourself that taunt nearby enemies. Only 1 image can be created per enemy and radius 7. First man, you can image all your life resistance. Interesting. So if they actually attack, then that's incredible. And honestly, even if they don't, and if they just tank the damage for you, that's still really good. 3 images? What would I ditch for that? You know what, I might just keep that handy for when I get my 5th inscription unlocked. Do I have good gloves yet? Armor pen, armor, acid, physical, acid. Yeah, so the only stats I really care about here are the armor and armor pen and damage. Oh yeah, this gives me will, gives me tons of fire resist. Ooh, a mind power based firebolt too. This one also gives me willpower. And poison immunity. I think ghouls might be immune to poison already. Well, they have very high poison resistance, so I don't think I care about that so much. Oh yeah, these have no armor, too. Yeah, I think I'll actually take Flame Rot here. Ooh. +4 will and a mind damage buff. We would lose our planar beacon and its phase teleport, but I've been forgetting to use it this whole time anyways, so fuck it. There we go. Plus I have my Flame Rot competing for item cooldowns right now anyways. All this other stuff is just garbage. Wow, this is a lot of dudes in one room. Ooh, hello. Yes, it is Ghoul Army time. Ghoul Rot for 3 turns. So how does this scale? Yeah, we've got to take this. I definitely want to try this out before we die. Also, Cleave is basically free now, so yeah, as much as I was talking about the difficulty being surrounded by enemies, this would totally solve it. This one's alright. I kind of want to buff up our damage over time here, too. This one seems alright. We got so many good abilities. I'm going to take Cleave, though. Actually, yeah, our strength is actually starting to fall behind our willpower. Okay, so this guy's a sustain. Oh, I'm almost out of tea. Ooh, I wonder if that's better than our current teleportation rune. Nope. It is much, much worse. Let's just let these guys come to us. Oh, we've got 2 rare doggos here. Evoda and Withering Thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to activate that sustain. We should... Yeah, it's also instant. We'll have that restart as well. Yeah, how about not being surrounded by fucking rare monsters? Ooh, sneaky bastard. Oh, that's right, you don't jump over them, you knock them back. In that case... Yeah, let's bounce. Oh my. Okay, so I don't have this equipped anymore. Get rid of that. The fuck is this mess? Decayed ground. Increase. Cooldown's increased. Hey, there's my ghoul, buddy. Right, and then he infects the other guys too. So yeah, if we're surrounded by enemies, yeah, we actually can just raise a ghoul army that collapses back into the ground after 2 turns. Go, my minions! That was a bit less epic than I thought. I thought that he was going to dash and kill the other guy, and then we'd have a ghoul army. There we go. Chaining ghouls. I love this. I think ghoul might have gone from one of my least favorite races to one of the best with this new patch. This is new, right? Like, I haven't been asleep on this whole time. Ghouls didn't used to have the ability to spawn more ghouls every 10 turns. What do we got? Tier 1. Crap. Yeah, this thing's really bad, but it's part of a set, so we'll keep it in case we find the other parts later. Yeah, we're probably not going to find a better lantern anytime soon. Ooh, this increases the duration that the ghouls last too. This is too fun for me to just not put all of my points into it. Yeah, we're going full ghouls here. This doesn't really need more points in it. Actually, this one seems alright. Yeah, that greatly increases the damage reduction. Ooh, this also greatly increases your chance to have your enemies attack each other. This is a bit tricky now. It's almost like an... looking at it now, Predator almost seems like an alternative to the standard Gloom aura. It's like you've got... It's one of those talent categories that kind of has a lot of synergy within itself. So if you're going to go Predator, you kind of want to take a lot of points in all these abilities. Same with Gloom. It's expensive if you want to go in both of them. Seems to me like Gloom is still the better option, though. We'll take this. Actually, no, we'll grab this one first. Oops. Oh boy, this shit again. Let's see if we can sneak around the outside here. What am I standing in? Silence and brain lock. Yeah, I need to get this silence situation sorted out. This is not going to be not going to be good for us if just all of our defensive options are disabled every time we get silenced. Do I even have any silence immunity? Nope. Oh, I need to clear off balance before we get out of here. There we go. Oh, what the hell, my leap still isn't off cooldown. Oh, that's not my Fearscape teleport. There we go. Yes. If there isn't an achievement for some target number of ghouls to spawn, there should be. What was that about something's taking notice of you? Ooh. Oh shit, it's actually getting later than I thought. Mind you, like I said, I did sleep in till like 3 or 4 in the afternoon today. So the question is, do we just have a super late stream and I just fuck up my sleep schedule for like the next month because fuck it, or do we actually go to bed at a reasonable time like a sensible person? Pros and cons. If I stay up, I get to play more Tome 1.6. And I think that might be all the reasons I need right there. Although I guess one other reason against is that I've got some stuff to do around the house now. I've kind of been letting garbage pile up all over the place the last couple days. It's one of those situations, because I'm this kind of person where I'll just take any excuse to not do things that I'm supposed to do. So obviously the last couple days it's been like, oh, there's no water. I guess that means I can't get out of bed, clean the house, take shit off the table, write up my reference sheets for Dark Heresy. Is that guy phasing through the fucking wall? Okay, so I think that immobilizes him. If he unphases, is he going to start to suffocate? It looks like he passed through. Or is he still stuck inside that wall, slowly suffocating to death? If he does, do I miss out on his item drops? I think that enemies inside walls will drop their stuff outside the wall if they die in the wall. Although I could be wrong about that. I have no idea what happened to that guy. Maybe he phased away and is like running around in some other part of the dungeon. I mean, he can't have gone that far. I wish that there were a feature for Auto Explore to like patrol for enemies instead of going straight for the exit, because the way Auto Explore works is basically it'll try to map the dungeon floor, and then once every tile has been mapped out, it'll just go straight for the exit. Yeah, I think he's dead, and I think he's suffocated inside that wall. Oh, you know what I can do to find out? I think I would see the items on top of that wall if they were in there, though. But we do have a way to find out. Oh yeah, I've got it on there already. We can dig it out. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing here. Oh, I wonder when that happens. So yeah, I thought that normally using your pickaxe caused you to equip it, and it would replace whatever you have in your current trinket slot. That seems to be not the case anymore. Okay, so that makes digging a lot more convenient. Demon telepathy is actually pretty good. Ooh. The cooldown goes up, though. Yeah, cooldown is key when it comes to debuff cleansers, so unfortunately, despite the better shield, I don't think we can use that. Ooh, this on the other hand is just a straight upgrade. Yeah, I'll take that. Actually, I thought of a fair compromise. I've still got a bunch of tea leaves left to use up still. So we're going to go into the woods. We're going to pop that teleport rune on before I forget. And then we're going to take a quick refreshment break for me to go refill my tea. How are we doing for viewers right now anyways? That's I guess that's actually another thing, is if just nobody's watching, I might just go to bed. It kind of seems to be the case. Whatever. We'll stick with the original plan. So I'm going to go for tea. We'll be back in a minute, and then once I'm finished my tea, we'll go to bed. Right. Yeah, in retrospect, I feel stupid doing all of that. Hey, welcome to Tome. Here's some hot tips for new players type stuff at the start of this stream. Like, my Tome videos are pretty much my most popular uploads on YouTube these days, so I'd imagine that 100% of the people watching me right now are well acquainted with the basics of Tome. Probably know even more than I do. I will say, Nightmare difficulty doesn't actually seem that bad. He said, as he gets surrounded by bullshit all at once due to his own stupidity. Yeah, let's puke on these fuckers. I still don't have any magic rings. I just realized that. Oh, cool. Ring of Fire. We're saved. Actually, that's not half bad. That'll increase my damage off this fireball. 60 damage. Didn't that start out at like 42? It starts. Oh, this is going to be amazing if we come into like one of those monster closets that they have in the forest where you just get a room full of like giant ants or something. You know, the splash damage that you get off of this cleave sustain is actually not very good. Like, it's ridiculous to me, looking back on it, how this used to, like, be so expensive, and I think it drained your hate or stamina or something like that. Whereas, like, this ability is, like, barely worth it, even without the cost. Yes, disturb every grave. Cool, we're gonna fucking die now. This is like one of the most common ways for me to die, is disturbing graves. This is kind of a difficult event to clear. Oh, and since... Whoops, wrong button. Since it's all undead, the vomit is gonna heal them too. Or is it? How does this work? Healing any undead in the area. Yeah, they're all getting healed from this, but they're taking damage from my aura. That's what's happening there. So can I turn this skeleton into a ghoul? I can, too. Yeah, the Cursed is kind of a weird but fun concept. He's like a single target melee damage dealer who actually doesn't deal very good burst damage. Like, I don't have any big damage nuke or anything of the sort. It's all just like chip away damage over time, bit by bit. Oh, there it is. We're up to 4. It's gonna be hard to get beyond 4 because of just because they only last for 4 turns. There, I've turned that ghoul into a ghoul. I survived the onslaught of undead. I mean, that much was certain, that someone was not going to survive an onslaught of undead right here. Thankfully, my undead onslaught came out on top. You know, this ghoul thing, like this ghoul spawning thing, actually synergizes pretty well with the Cursed class in general. Like I said, one of the cursed weaknesses is dealing with really big swarms of enemies. Their Gloom Aura kind of helps to mitigate that, but yeah, converting all of the enemies to ghouls definitely helps. That seems pretty good. Bonus to Rampage, of course, on the one cursed run where I don't take Rampage. Is all of this better than 2 life regen, though? I don't think it is. Nope. This is better than nothing, so we'll take it. Ooh! Spectral Blade. Arcane damage. Mana per turn, spell power. Okay, so this is like an Arcane Blade artifact. It's not especially great for me. Got the Curse of Nightmares, if that does us any good. I mean, if it does more damage, that might be worth it. Tons of armor pen. Bonus attack speed, that might actually do it. Damage radius 2 on crit, 30 arcane. I think this is actually good for us. Little bonus to see invisible too. Yeah, that's just straight up better than our current axe. Oh, you know what? Just the random tier 2s are sometimes better too. 8% bonus damage against living. The rest of it isn't great though. Yeah, we lose a bunch of damage. Yeah, I don't think I want to give up my heavy armor. Because yeah, I've got the heavy armor training, so we get a bonus from that. Cool, we survived the grave. Oh, they only let you disturb the one grave. That's unusual. Do I have a level up yet? I'm like pumped for my next level up so that we can make our ghouls last even longer. Oh, you know what? This even has a even this ability has a little bit of interaction with your low global speed, because it only takes 90% of a turn, so your global speed isn't a... Your speed penalty isn't a detriment in activating it. Oh, this game is headed in just such a great direction right now. I can... If anything, this patch even just has me more pumped for the next expansion. Because yeah, it was like a while back there was a big announcement both for the big 1.6 patch, which would have all of these great updates, and for the next expansion, which we don't even know what's going to be in it yet. This patch actually ended up coming sooner than I was expecting. Because yeah, I think it was earlier this year that they made the announcement, and they said, we're not going to announce a release date because it's still way in the future, and it ended up coming out like, what is this, like somewhere between 6 and 8 months later compared to the announcement. Oh yeah, I guess we can spend the rest of our level too. What do I even want? I want for nothing right now. Celebrate the release's anniversary. I'm happy to say I've slipped up a little present in your inventory. Prepare for the wrath of Urrock. Oh, this is basic. Okay, this is a bit cheesy. This is basically just a pop-up ad for the Ashes of Urrock expansion, which I own already, but... So I was confused by this earlier, because I thought, oh, he added new classes to Ashes of Urrock, but no, this is just a pop-up ad. Oh yeah, he also said I got a item in my inventory? At some point, I'm going to need to max out my weapon mastery. Part of the reason why I'm doing so little damage with my melee weapon is because I haven't been putting points into this. So where is she headed? Ooh, other direction. Is this the first escort we've seen on this playthrough? That seems wild to me. Oh, she's going the other way. Don't go that way. Here we go. Ghoul train running, and it won't stop. I was hoping my ghouls would perform a little bit better here. I wish I had some kind of long-range nuke to support them from back here, but... It's hard to tell which one's infected by the ghoul disease. Looks like none of them right now. Oh, that guy was. Oh, she made it. I forgot that she was back there. What do we want? +5 magic. What the fuck? Lost Defiler. Is this new? I don't think I've ever rescued a Defiler before. Magic 5. Unfortunately, these are worthless stats right here. Oh, if I weren't a ghoul, I could. I'd probably have the option to betray her to the anti-magic faction, and I would have taken it. Ooh, Curse of Death. Yeah, this is all spell power crap. Oh, this increases your mind power. Yeah, I think I'll just take the Cunning. It's not half bad. Well, that was fun. So I wonder if they made an across-the-board buff to the stat bonuses you get from escorts, or if that's just a Defiler thing. Because if I can get +5 stats from escorts from now on, like, oh boy, I'm probably gonna, yeah, take a lot fewer skills. That's the thing, is that would be a sensible change too, I think. Because right now escorts are kind of one of the biggest random factors in the game. Like, the difference between getting a good escort and a bad escort is pretty big. Like, if you get an escort that gives a good ability for your class, you've got a significant advantage there. Whereas some escorts are... Basically, yeah, some escorts are way better than others. And the ability to take a +5 stat boost from the less good escorts would help to balance things out a bit. Of course, the biggest random factor for escorts remains the fact that you're kind of at the mercy of the map generator as far as whether or not you'll actually be able to rescue them. So that was my T beeping right there. Ooh, Warrior. That's a good one for just about any character. Warrior is one of my favorite escorts. Ghoul bomb! Oh yeah, I should probably... Where did my warrior go? Oh cool, he's running away. I couldn't count how many ghouls that was, but it seemed like a lot. Anyways, I was gonna go get my tea. One thing I'm gonna have to try sometime is do like a ghoul writhing one. And then we can just summon ghouls and corpse worms all over the frickin' place. Oh cool, he went out. Yeah, look at that, 5 strength, 5 constitution. That's actually... like, kind of gives vitality or unflinching resolve a run for its money. Because yeah, the reason warriors are so good is that these 2 talents are good for just about anyone. Like, even if you got low constitution, you'll still get... like at least a small chance to recover from status effects here. Right, so we don't care about poisons and diseases as a ghoul, although the life gen would be helpful. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Unflinching Resolve. Oh, wait a second, did they nerf this? 14% to recover from a single stun effect. I think they might have nerfed this. I could have sworn this used to be better. Yeah, I'm going to take Vitality. Maybe I've got lower constitution than I thought. I could have sworn that the chance to remove stuns used to be way higher. Oh, he's a buzzsaw guy. I should not have wasted my my ghoul bite there. Oh yeah, that's right. The rotting disease lasts for 5 turns now. Orcs in the woods. What is this? Okay, I don't want that guy getting close. Oh my. Okay, that's weird. I was thinking, oh man, a Dreamy Mancer Skeleton Mage, that's a bit scary. And then he zoomed in on me. Because yeah, the reason that's a scary combo, it's because, oh, he can keep me asleep and locked down and I won't be able to get in on him. Better damage block, but only lasts for 3 turns and has a higher cooldown. Scales with willpower, though, so it's only going to get better. I'm going to hold on to it for now. Keep forgetting how many floors the old forest has. It's either 3 or 4. That's the second buzzsaw in a row. Hello. That's a lot of lightning bugs in there. I still think that the bees in this game sound like elephants with their buzzing noise. And we got a level up. Oh, it's 15. Actually, that's okay, so we don't get a generic point. I was looking forward to getting an extra ghoul level, but that does give us 2 talent points or 2 class points to play with. I'm actually going to take this thing just because I have no idea what it does. 2 foes. Oh, that's actually a pretty big damage increase. Yeah, I kind of just want to empower my Gloom aura in general. Yeah, that's a pretty small increase, though. This one is actually pretty good scaling. Yeah, we'll take that. We're at about the point in the game where I think it's better to start focusing on defensive abilities. Yeah, I don't know if it's the ghoul buffs or if it's the just nightmare mode being easier somehow, but yeah, this is the smoothest cursed run I think I've ever had. You know what? This works. Or maybe it doesn't. What is that guy over there? Oh, of course, he's gonna be spitting poison at me this whole time. Is this guy even affected? Okay, he's slowed by my gloom. This is getting a bit precarious. In fact, I don't think I even want to stick around here. See ya! Oh, I didn't notice that his dog was there. I should have bit the dog. Is it even worth fighting him when he's like this? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the tree man has a big weakness to fire. Yeah, look at that. 75 damage. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this thing before. I mean, it's a Mind Star, so we're not going to use it, but... Psionis... Ah... I was hoping for a lot more stats on this. I mean, Scion Assist is good for us because it gives us all the will and mental stuff, but didn't quite get enough of it. Yeah, none of this stuff is that good. Although, I do have this coral spray here, so it might be worth looking out for good one-handers now. That one's not quite good enough, though. Oh, this is going to be real fun with our Gloom Aura here. Just let them tick away. Actually, you know what'll be even more fun? Ghouls. Hired ghouls. A bit of a slow night, but it's pretty typical for a Saturday. It's kind of weird. Like I've noticed that Saturday seems to be a busy night in general on Twitch, which is, you know, understandable. It's the weekend. Probably like a large proportion of Twitch viewing goes on Saturdays. Like I've seen that all of the streamers that I follow tend to have more people watching them on Saturdays. A lot of them only stream on Saturdays. Hi there, Ghost Man. I'm not doing a lot of damage to this guy. Oh, is he getting healed by my... Yeah, he's getting healed by my vomit here. And then he fucking runs away. Yeah, I don't know if I like these new AI changes here. Oh, also ghouls still have to breathe, apparently. Yeah, this global speed penalty. I think ghouls... You know what would be funny is if ghouls end up being worse overall with all of the new changes in the new patch, just because of the AI changes that make the enemies better at kiting you and stuff. Because yeah, the global speed penalty is a big downside if enemies are going to be fucking running away from me all the time. And I'm out of hate now, too. Oh, I can't stand on this island. I'm actually drowning. I don't think I can kill this guy. Like, maybe if I could get enough hate to... Okay, good. We're gonna corner him. That's the way you do it. Fuck it, I'm going... Oh, you know what? This is gonna kill him slower if I do this. Just keeping a close eye on my air here. Like, this guy can't even damage me. It's not that this... Okay. Hunt for the legendary Plumpkin. Oh, this is like a Halloween event. Okay. That explains that. I think I vaguely remember doing the Halloween event of before. Maybe they changed it a bit. I don't remember hunting ghosts or anything. But, I remember there was like a spooky forest and you fight a bunch of like pumpkins and dismembered hands and skulls. And there was a headless horseman at the end. It really is silly that ghouls still need to breathe. That's one of the benefits of being a skeleton, actually. One of the many things that makes skeleton better than ghoul is that they do not need to breathe. I mean, honestly, whoever heard of trying to suffocate a ghoul to death anyways? It's like, what, if you get attacked by a fucking zombie horde, are you gonna try to strangle them to death? Is that your first go-to line of defense? If your roommate or whoever turns into a zombie, you're gonna try to strangle them? I mean, if you're a tome player, apparently that's what you're gonna do, because zombies have to breathe. That didn't work. Okay, I'm gonna save my dominate for when this guy starts to run away. Like so. Puke. Oh, this is like an Oozemancer bat. Is this gonna work out for me? Okay. I wonder if they buffed up the treasure chest monster spawns. That's a couple times now that we've had some pretty harrowing chest encounters on this run. Oh yeah, it looks like we got the alternate version of the maze this time. One thing I was going to do today also that I never got around to doing was I was going to review my character that I rolled up for my friend's D&D game. Talked about it a little bit on stream, how me and my one of my board game friends, we've been getting big into Dungeons and Dragons lately. For both of us, we're both kind of new to the whole tabletop role-playing scene in general. Yeah, we both started out with a D&D starter set that I picked up about a year ago now. We were playing through that with my regular board game crew, but it kind of died off after a while. Turns out it's really hard to keep a group of 6 people together for a D&D campaign. Especially a group that mostly plays board games and, you know, wants to do other things, even on the nights that we do all show up. So yeah, me and my friend were kind of into the whole D&D thing a bit more than the other members of my board game group, so we kind of went off on our own and found a group on Reddit to play with. And that's actually been going steady now for, what, since February this year, I think? And he's gotten into it so much that he wants to run his own campaign now, so we've did kind of a session 0 last week where we rolled up characters. I'm playing a pretty boring, stereotypical character, a half-orc barbarian named Grognak. He used to be a Colosseum fighter / professional wrestler. So, I don't know. We'll see how that shakes out. In general, I kind of want to play my character like real stupid and murder hobo-y like. Just because that's the way that my friend who's running the game often played his characters when we were first starting out. Kind of to the minor irritation of our GM. So I thought I might try to give him a taste of his own medicine. Just go around picking fights with every NPC that we come across. 10% chance to slow global speed. Ooh, that would equalize things pretty well for us. Bonus will? Yeah, I'd say that's a fair bit better than a little bit of fire damage. And we get to keep the fire damage anyways. Hell yeah. This is the worst shielding rune I've ever seen. That's not entirely true. I think they go as low as 50 damage. Is this good? No. Oh, we don't get more ghoul duration. I gotta put 2 points into this if I want more ghoul duration. I don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna go for damage. Now, what do we do with our class point? Oh, this is actually starting to scale pretty good now. Probably because our mind power is starting to get pretty high up there. Yeah, we'll get some of that gloom damage. I'm not even convinced that this whole gloom damage thing is even any good, or if it's better than whatever this used to be. But it's fun. I like seeing the damage tick away there. Okay, so once again, I'm going to save my Dominate for when he starts to run away. It seems really hard to gain hate here. Honestly, I'm as much as I've talked about how Cursed is one of my favorite classes to play as, I'm not sure I actually understand the way that the hate resource even works. Oh, so okay, so you get it back by killing, not just by attacking. That's weird. I thought that hate replenished by just by hitting enemies. I wonder if that changed or if I'm just misremembering. Because yeah, if it's killing enemies, then that's basically the same thing as Vim. Because Vim is also a ability using resource that replenishes by killing enemies. That's a lot of ghouls. Yeah, every single time I get 2 rares out of these things. Okay, let's actually look at them before we choose our targets. This guy seems to be some kind of barbarian or something. And this guy... fucking Saw Butcher. I'm actually gonna jump the fuck away from that guy. He's a Saw Butcher, which is like one of the worst rare monsters you can fight against. But he's also a slime, which means he can't move. Yeah, none of this, please. Yeah, there's really no reason for me to fight that slime at the same time that I'm fighting other things. In fact, since he can't move, can't I just sit over here and wait for him to tick down from my gloom aura? I guess it doesn't matter. The ghouls finished him. Did they drop anything good? I don't know if this thing is any good, but I think Warbringer's Steel Great Maul of Crippling might be the best name I've ever seen for a random item drop. Is this actually better than what I've got? It's a speed equalizer, too. We lose a lot of armor pen, though. And our attack speed. And crit chance. Yeah, this isn't actually better than the one I've got on. It's comparable. So we lose our arcane damage, we lose the silence. And we lose 23 armor pen, which is actually really significant. But we gain 9% physical resistance penetration, which maybe kind of makes up for it. And we lose the attack speed, but we gain the cripple the enemy's speed in return. I'm gonna hold on to this. Also, Stormfront, I think, is just right out at this point. Yeah, we're clearly doing better. I'll hold on to it anyways. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to town, and we'll see what the shopkeeper thinks. We'll see how much these 3 items are valued at. Or these 3 weapons that I've got. I'm still basically naked in a lot of equipment slots. I still don't have a good trinket. Still don't have anything good for lanterns, or belts, or helmets. Or amulets. There's a summoner around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. I didn't see the purple border around that slime. What did I just pick up there? Nah. Oh, here we go. Now comes the fun part. What's this digestive sac got for us? That is a tree I think that's a Psyshot tree. And he seems to have an artifact. Oh, it's not an artifact, it's just... What is it exactly? I've never seen a cold mind star. Whatever. So how are we gonna handle this? Shields up. Ominous. Puke. Ooh, this guy's got some defense. Is this not... Oh, you know what? Yeah, I've replaced the shield at some point. It's... No, it is supposed to auto-use. Why isn't it doing that? This is a lot of stuff. Other. Also, I'm not sure that this is a size shot. It's got all kinds of temporal effects. I don't know if I can even purge these with my purging rune. Yeah, we got a couple of them off. Ooh, that was a bad move. Whatever. After he summoned the bees on me, I could have converted them to ghouls, but I was on cooldown. Worm Breath, is that a helmet? Oh, this was an artifact, Mind Star. Yeah, I wonder if it's new or if I just haven't seen it before. +5 cooldown versus 15 range. It's not worth it. Sometimes you want to teleport. 2 times in a row. Oh, hey. 15% chances once per turn. When you deal damage, do burst of fire damage. Oh, this must be that item that they gave me for the pop-up ad earlier. Wait a second. Stralite mail, holy shit. It's still worse than the one I've got on. Oh, of course it's fucking gloves. Oh, it's tier 2 gloves, though. Because I was thinking, oh, I've got decent gloves already. No, this is just the better version of the gloves I have right now. Swap Cunning for Will, buff armor, more resistance. Yeah, this is literally just the tier 2 version of the gloves I've got on already. Which is excellent. So now we've got a cone of fire instead of just a fireball. How the hell do I get in there? Why do I even want in there? That looks like just an ordinary belt. Is this like a glitch in map generation? Why is that there? Okay, whatever. Nowhere left to explore other than that one lonesome hole in the wall with the belt in it that I can't get to. Wow, we got a lot of crap on this floor. Ooh, dang, this is going on longer than I thought. I was hoping to get to the convenience store before midnight tonight, but oh well. I've been snacking too much lately anyways. So is this a new thing from the new patch, or is this based on like some kind of Halloween event? Because it's pretty unusual for like an in-game special event to interfere with normal gameplay. They're normally just little optional side areas for you to check out. Found multiple clues about the legendary Plumpkin. Should be a portal somewhere, so that probably unlocked a new thing on the world map. Ooh, that looks like good stuff. Another blink. Now the problem with this is Cloak of Deception is kind of obnoxious. I don't like the way this works. So because you're a ghoul, townspeople will attack you on sight. So to counteract that, they give you a Cloak of Deception in your starting dungeon. So as long as you have that on, the townspeople won't know that you're a ghoul, and you can go around and shop like normal. It does mean, though, that you need to keep your Cloak of Deception on when you're in town, which is kind of annoying. Whoop. Oh, hi there. Lock you in place. Wow, I took a lot of damage there. Yeah, one thing I completely forgot about. Yeah, the main weakness of runes compared to infusions, it's actually not necessarily the lack of a movement rune or a heroic rune or whatever else. It's actually just the lack of any healing whatsoever. Because, yeah, the runes use shields as opposed to regeneration and healing. Which means that, yeah, the undead classes don't have any way to regenerate themselves apart from their class talents or their racial talents. Skeleton comes built in with a really strong natural healing ability, so that helps to offset that a little bit. But all ghouls have is their vomit, which is on a very long cooldown. Does the cooldown go down on vomit if you... No, I don't have any points to spend right now. How big are these guys? They're size big. So one of the things that makes Reckless Charge so good is that it's a movement, like an instant movement ability that goes through enemies, which makes it a really good escape and initiation ability if you need to rush at, like a spellcaster, behind a bunch of enemies, or if you're surrounded and you need to get the hell out. It works for all of those things, and it doesn't have to target an enemy either. It's a really, really good, versatile movement ability. The one downside is that you're limited on the types of enemies you can move through. It only moves through small-sized enemies at levels 1 and 2, and then you can move through medium guys at level 3. Thankfully, we've got Leap for that particular situation. If we end up surrounded by big enemies. I think if we level it up again, it gets the ability to move through big guys. I think 2 more levels and it goes up to big opponents. Oh, and also, yeah, Wretch does not decrease its cooldown. Okay, so the damage and healing don't scale very good, but the physical effect purge does. I wish the duration went up. Oh, I'm rich. I can retire from adventuring now. Yeah, this is my least favorite version of the maze right here. I prefer the one that's just one big floor and then the boss room. I think this might be the boss floor right here. I don't see any holes just yet. I think something's shooting me with bullshit. No, it's just this guy. Thought it might be the boss. Oh, hey there. Do I have demon telepathy or something? Oh, you know what? I know what it is. This thing. I forgot about this. Yeah. I haven't even noticed this up to this point. Okay, so upon entering a level for the first time, up to 1 foes are marked as your prey. And that just happened to be the boss for us this time around. That is pretty lucky. That's actually really helpful. Like, to just know where the boss is when you enter a floor. Like, yeah, I'm not going to get surprised or nothing here. In fact, I'm going to hide in this little hole here and try to get the drop on him. So, like, can I even see this guy right now? Nah, fuck it. I'm going in. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Is that even any good? 189 fire damage. That's pretty good. Oh boy. Is this guy almost dead? Ha! We even ghoulified him. Hey, got our Girdle of the Calm Waters, finally. I almost thought we might go a run without seeing that thing, but there it is. I swear, I don't think I've ever had a run go past, like, the Sure Tool Fortress without seeing the Girdle of Calm Waters. I don't know why. It is just an extremely common drop for some reason. This was pretty cool. Do I want to do this against 2 enemies? And so I wonder, did we just get lucky here? Or is this just kind of Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah, so if you look at like the mechanical effects here, it just says, oh, up to 1 foes are marked as your prey. But then it says it focuses your predation upon the most worthy prey. So I wonder if that's like their weird way of telling me that it will single out the strongest enemy every time. Because that'd be really good. If I can just spy out the boss on every floor, or spy out the strongest rare monster. Not only that, but you would get, damage reduction from them. 10%, that's actually good scaling for just a flat damage reduction against bosses. Man, I don't know what to do. Okay, we'll get that finished off for sure. Yeah, keep these two balanced out. Yeah, none of these really scales very good anymore. I think we might be done with our Gloom aura for now. I'm actually going to take this. This seems like it might be really strong. Actually, this ability's pretty good too. If I was complaining about the lack of burst damage that we had earlier, buffing this up is... This is probably the closest thing we have to burst damage right now. 4 quick hits shreds their defense. I'm gonna go for this guy. Like I said, I prefer defensive talents at this stage in the game. Whoa. Oh yeah, I was talking about something earlier. It was vaguely D&D related, but I don't remember exactly what. I was on the verge of a revelation, or like remembering to do something for my D&D game tomorrow, but I can't remember what it was. Probably just brainstorming ways to troll my friend for his first time GMing a D&D campaign. I could just change my character at the last second. That would be just a dick thing to do in the first place, given how I know he's been like planning out stuff in the campaign based on the characters we made. Like, I want to play this character right here, Len, the ghoul. I guess there's nothing that's the equivalent of cursed in D&D. Also, I don't think you can play undead in D&D either. I'll have to look that up. Like, yeah, I don't think it's in Volo's guide or anything. It should be. That should be their next source book. It's like so-and-so's guide to the undead, and let you play as like ghouls and skeletons and stuff. Oh, the more I think of it, the more I want to make that work somehow. Just roleplay like a ghoul, whatever, with social anxiety who just vomits profusely whenever she's around crowds of people. Doesn't look like we've got anything good here. Right, I was gonna find a shopkeeper to tell me which of my weapons is the best. Okay, so Stormfront is 5. Great Maul of Crippling is 8.5. Spectral Blade of Nightmares is 10. Okay, so it looks like the game kind of agrees with my evaluation that the Spectral Blade is the best of the 3. We can probably just melt down Stormfront at this point. I mean, actually, the way it works... Okay, let's try this out. So we got a decent cape now. We put it on, and now everything's aggroed against me. Because I no longer have my Cloak of Deception, so now the townsfolk are trying to kill me. That's what a Thalor looks like? He looks like some kind of weird, like, shrub man. Anyways, so the mask is off. Everyone knows I'm a ghoul now, and they're trying to kill me. Cloak back on. Everyone's fine. Just forget what you saw. So it's not like a huge deal. It's just kind of a nuisance to have to change your cloak every time you go into town. And it can actually result in deaths if, like, say you just stroll into the middle of town and completely forget to take off your cloak. They might swarm you and kill you all at once. That'll get fixed once we get our fortress, but... Actually, yeah, that's probably the next thing we're gonna do here. Shit, now that the convenience store is closed, yeah, I might as well go all night. That was my one other big incentive to finish early, is, oh yeah, if I finish by midnight, I can go get a bag of chips and watch anime until I go to bed. There he is. Actually, how are we doing for alchemists anyways? Not even close. Also, where's that Plumpkin? Ah, there he is. What is this? Ooh, that's our hidden compound. I could do that right now. I don't even know what level Plumpkin is intended for. Could just die right away if we go in there now. Which means naturally, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Yeah, I've seen this before. Yeah, distant steps like a horse. Yeah, it's gonna be Headless Horseman for the boss here. I can melt this down. Let's put on our cape. Might as well. Okay, so that's the strongest monster on this floor, and it's only, what, dual-wielding skeleton man? I mean, that's not necessarily, you know, anything to underestimate, but I am defenseless. Ness. Defense and saves? I don't think that really matters. This is actually a viable tactic. You just dominate someone, and instead of continuing to lay into them and take advantage of the bonus damage, you just step off and let them tick away from your aura. Oh, you know what? That Predator thing, too. Yeah, it doesn't just work against the one enemy, it works against his subtype, so I'm actually buff against all of the skeletons here. So that ability is actually probably the strongest on floors where you don't have a single boss. Because, yeah, the bosses tend to be just, like, kind of random whatever, like they're preset, so it'll be an abomination or something like that. Whereas if you don't have a boss, the strongest enemy is just going to be some rare monster of a type that appears normally on that floor. Like here it was a powerful skeleton in a floor with a bunch of skeletons in it. So yeah, that actually seems like a really strong ability. Okay, the scaling isn't great though. Oh, I'm disarmed, shit. There we go. Oof. Level 20. How come that guy wasn't considered the strongest on the floor? The most worthy prey. Also, wasn't it supposed to give me 2 targets? Maybe I just killed the other one already and wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I should be opening up every fight with that fire breath. So I kind of did the settings for this run because I wanted to make kind of like a... not exactly a crappy character. I mainly just did all the stuff I wanted to check out. Like, yeah, Ghoul got a bunch of new stuff, so I wanted to see Ghoul. Cursed got a bunch of new stuff, so I wanted to see that. Traditionally, though, before the patch, this would have been like a bad character. I would not have expected to survive this long. We're playing on Nightmare mode, too. Like, I kind of expected that we would die relatively quickly, and maybe I would even be done this run tonight. But we're actually... seems like we're in it for the long haul, barring any... just, you know, typical random bullshit out of nowhere type deaths that you do see a lot of in Tome. So both of these guys have grabbing abilities, so I'm actually going to wait for the other guy here to proc his before I dash on out of here. Or maybe we'll just get the fuck out of here right now. Ooh, I'm stunned too. There we go. What? They're only medium-sized, but for some reason I can't move through. Ah well. Ooh. Kind of want to dash in there. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Getting stunned a lot lately. I should probably just put some points into that stun immunity talent. Here it is. Okay, so I think this guy's actually out of my my actual vision range. So I've got this guy marked, and I've got this guy marked. What's his deal, anyways? Paradox. Okay, so he's a temporal dude. He's got Plumpkin Fury. Gross. There's nowhere to... Oh, I remember this, because we got a bunch of those ghoulish hands. Yeah, the animated hands, so it doesn't really matter what I do here. I'm just gonna get pulled endlessly by these guys. Yeah, this is a really silly fight where you just kind of get knocked around by bullshit constantly. Hello. So that helps a little bit. This could actually go very badly for me. There's only one hand, which is actually quite lucky. Because yeah, last time I did this map, there were like a dozen hands all over the place. This is gonna heal them if I vomit here, but I kind of need the healing. That's a lot of enemies all at once. I'm afraid I'm gonna die here if I don't do something. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna get the fuck away. Rest up, recover my cooldowns. What I'm hoping to do is to get my bite back so I can spawn in some ghouls. Uh-oh. Okay, I've got my shield. Oh, I guess the enemies are all healed up now too, thanks to my fucking vomit. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. So that helps a little bit. Oh, this is so dicey. I could die at any moment. Let's teleport. Oh, I think teleport's disabled here. Just wasted a turn. Yeah, being cornered like this is not... Oh, you know what? It's not that teleport is disabled. It's because I'm confused. I want to stay away from that Hitless Horseman, so we're just going to pop up here. Run the fuck away again. So I'm going to vomit here when there's no one around, so I'm the only one who gets healed. Uh-oh. I'm actually going to purge that, and I'm going to breathe fire on these assholes. Hey, that helps. Okay, mono a mono. Definitely get that stun immunity up. I don't know what to do with my class point. Yeah, I wish I would have gone into Rampage in retrospect. Ooh, this actually does scale pretty good, and we have been having problems with enemies surrounding us. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Oh, right. Good job, handyman. You're dead now. I'm actually gonna jump into the vomit. Cool. That was fun. I enjoyed the Plumpkin event. And we got ourselves a Plumpkin. Whatever that is. So yeah, what all did we get? Ooh, Cyricera. Those are good stats, but it doesn't have Fire Breath for 200 damage, so I don't think we're going to use it. Oh, and we got Plumpkin. Ooh. Oh, we don't even have to wear it to use it. So yeah, just a flat 2% damage to everything. Plus 20% damage to immovable, which is not that many things. Can be used to become the Plumpkin. Do I even have that on my bar here? I am the Plumpkin. Plumpkin! 10% critical power. That's not great. Oh, wait a second. Can I put this on my hotbar? Shift 8. There it is. Plumpkin! So that gives me an active ability. Plumpkin Fury. Use your Plumpkin powers to fart a wave of noxious fumes, dealing 73 nature damage to all creatures in radius 4. Mediocre, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of a joke item. The special events tend to not give you super impressive or game-breaking rewards. They're mostly for humor. Honestly, the biggest benefit to doing the special limited time events is just the experience you get from clearing the dungeons. That seems like a good place to call it here, I think. I don't want to fuck up my sleep schedule any more than I have already. What with sleeping into 4 in the after... Oh! See, I told you it would fucking happen. Thankfully, he was only a normal citizen, so nothing too bad happened. If you do that, if you pull that shit in the mage town or in the anti-magic town, things can go very badly for you. You know, I'm actually tempted to take this just to reduce my Shatter Affliction's cooldown by 1. We are only 2 levels away from getting new shop items, so maybe I'll hold off. Oh yeah, speaking of which, let's see what the merchant has for us, because we might be able to buy some proper items now. Steel Amulet. Ooh, Cursed Gloom Mastery. Shame that the rest of it is crap. What do I even want right now? New helmet. Probably new boots, too. Also a lantern. Do they just not sell hats in this fucking town? What the hell? Man, what a bald nightmare this is. Well, yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I'm gonna actually take my ass over to the lake, because that's what we're gonna do next time. Son of a bitch. Okay, we actually got a kind of advantageous starting position here if we want to run away. This guy doesn't seem that bad, though. I'm gonna take him. Maybe he is bad. Ooh, he's taken very little damage so far. Well, I've used up all my hatred, and he's still not dead. He's actually extremely healthy. Yeah. Yeah. Bulwarks are actually really dangerous as enemy rare spawns, at least on certain enemies. Bulwark is, I think, generally considered to be one of the weakest classes in the game. I'm actually surprised they didn't get reworked in the new patch. Or I think they might have been reworked in the previous one. I don't quite remember. But yeah, they actually do make for pretty dangerous enemies. Yeah, we're just going to pop in here so that I remember to go to the lake next time around. So, like I said, I've got D&D tomorrow, and then Dark Heresy Monday, and then work Tuesday, so we will be back on Wednesday with something. I don't know yet. Could be this, could be Fire Emblem, could be Dragon's Trap. A lot of stuff on our plate at the moment. I will probably make an announcement in advance on Twitter or something about what we're gonna play, and yeah, you can follow me there. The VOD for this will be up on YouTube, because I know people actually watch my Tome playthroughs on YouTube a fair bit. And yeah, links to all that shit is down below. Thank you again for watching, have a good night, and I'll see you next time.